Hey gossipers, I'm back. So, as y'all know, this week there was no Empire, there was no Star because the World Series, I think, was on, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. Either way, there was no damn Star and Empire today. So, I came to give you guys gossip with Maurice, even though you guys get this video anyway. But still, want to make sure I give you guys something. So basically, y'all, we just about to chop it up and just talk about this week's crazy events, because there's a lot of things been happening in the celebrity world. As y'all can see, I'm at work or whatever, so I tend to do these things when I'm at work. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. Make sure you guys subscribe, and make sure you guys click the thumbs up, and make sure you guys hit the bell below, so that way you can get the alerts whenever we upload something. Also, follow us on Instagram at GossipQueen17. Also, follow us on Twitter at GossipQueen17. But let's jump straight into it. So the hot story of the day, of the week, is the split between Tamar and Vince. Now, I'm kind of confused. Now, I know they have a new season of Tamar and Vince coming up. Yo, my hair is a mess. Don't worry, I'm getting it done tomorrow. Y'all see, that shit long too. But whatever. Tamar and Vince. I'm gonna say that I'm hoping that this is not a publicity stunt for the new show. I'm trying to tread lightly on what I say and not be too disrespectful or be rude or come off rude or disrespectful. For me, it was one of those things when the Braxton Family Values first came out and Tamar and Vince's relationship was introduced to us on TV. I never really thought that it was a relationship that would be forever. I always thought it was one-sided. I can see that Vince loved Tamar, but for me, it always looked like Tamar wanted to be on. She wanted to have that success that Tony had, and Vincent was the guy to give her that success. So I never really seen it for them two. But, it's rumored that they sold their mansion, allegedly. It's rumored that they had, like, a big blow-up the other day or something. We see on the trailer for Tamar and Vince that she's saying that it's a secret she got to tell and it's going to shock everybody. You see her throwing a fit, saying, I'll be my own manager, and all of these things. And then, earlier when her album just dropped, she was saying how she's quitting music to try and save her marriage. I don't know. I'm just like, when it comes to Tamar, I think Tamar just does too much. I feel like, a lot of couples do it in the celebrity world, but I feel like, me personally, like, if I was to gain some kind of fame, I would not want my husband involved in it. And as you all, may know, I am married. I wouldn't want my husband involved because I wouldn't want to mix business with pleasure. I would want my husband to remain my husband, and then I would have people to work for me to handle my day-to-day business. Because that gets tricky, not being able to separate the business from pleasure. You might be upset at him for something that happened at work or at the office or some paperwork or something that didn't go right. But you can't get out of that mood. And when you're at home and you're trying to be passionate and love, you're carrying that anger from the office into your household, and it's causing confliction now in the household. So now you conflicted in the household and you're conflicted in the office, and it just don't mix. Like, business and pleasure, to me, this is my opinion, it just doesn't mix. Been a lot of speculation that this was just a stunt for the ratings of the show, which I don't feel like they really need the ratings because people love Tamar and Vince just like people love the Braxton Family Values. So that's why I'm like really so confused by it. But whatever. I could tell you one thing I didn't agree with, which I thought was very tacky and very, very, very ghetto. Fucking Lonnie and The Real for releasing that statement. I think that was so trashy because Lonnie, y'all are not friends with Tamar to be able to send condolences like that to her. Y'all did not end off with well wishes for each other. So what makes you think it would be okay? And I know it's a show and they have to have girl talking hot topics and I get it. I just think that it was a tit for tat thing. It was a tit for tat thing. And I think for Lonnie to be the one to stand up and be the one to speak on it, I just don't think it was cool. I think it was very trashy of her. Like, I know for me, if it was me and the producers came to me and said, hey, how would you feel about speaking about this, or you should speak about this, I would be like, no, I can't do that. Maybe Tamara or one of them could do it. Jeannie, my ass, because she going through a divorce too, which we're going to get to next, but not me. No, I can't do it. And I wish Tamar and Vince the best. If they can keep it together for Logan, cool. Hold on. If they can keep it together for Logan, I think they should try and stay together for Logan. But if not, what? What? You can come in. If they can keep it together for Logan, they should stay together for Logan. You guys, that's my boss. That's AJ.
What's up?
Say hi to my gossipers, AJ.
What's up, gossipers?
Yes. Yeah, I think if they can stay together for Logan, they should stay together for Logan. Like, they shouldn't break up. Like, I think make it work if you can. I'm not in the realms of staying together with somebody if you're miserable. But I wish Tamar and them the best, I guess we're going to see everything unfold. I think the new season of Tamar and Vince starts in another week or two. So, yeah. JeanMarie, I think, is kind of selfish. She's going through a divorce. For those of you who don't know who JeanMarie is, she's the young lady from The Real. She's also on there with Tamara, Lonnie, Adrian Bailon, and it's her, and it was Tamar. But she's getting a divorce from her husband. Basically, her husband wants kids. They've been together for 13 years. In the 13 years, going into the marriage, they both agreed they didn't want kids. Somewhere in that 13 years, he changed his mind and said, look, I'm ready for kids. We're not getting no younger. I guess he was hoping that eventually one day she would change her mind, but she never changed her mind. She's sticking to I don't want kids. So they don't have a messy break. They're not having a messy breakup or anything like that. She's letting him go. She's telling him to go find happiness again, and go get that kid. And she was crying on The Real because all they fucking do is cry on that show. And she just explained how he's the best guy she ever met. He's a good guy. He never cheated, never lied, no infidelities, no none of that kind of stuff. I just think that if it's that easy for you to let him go, it was never real. And I know I've seen a lot of females saying, well, it's her body. She could do what she want. But when you take vows, I feel like you give up the odds for that kind of stuff. That's just like saying you're going to go get your tubes tied or a vasectomy without your partner knowing. You can't do stuff like that in a marriage, and not let your partner know. And yeah, they both walked into the relationship saying that, hey, yeah, we don't want kids. We want to live our lives on our own to the fullest. But somewhere in that 13 years, he wants kids, somebody to carry his legacy on. And I just feel like with all the options you have out here with surrogates and, artificial insemination or whatever, all the shit they got going on nowadays, there's ways to get around it. And I just feel like even if you give him one child, I feel like that's something you guys should come into agreement to. I just feel like Jeannie is taking the easy way out. For me, I feel like she's taking the easy way out. This is too easy for her to just walk away. But I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about it. I'm not here for it. I wouldn't have broke up. I mean, it's all about compromise when you're married, and I'm learning that day by day being a married person. It's all about compromise. You have to give up the odds and the way you think for yourself when you're married, because you're no longer thinking for yourself anymore. It's two of y'all. So, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Comment that below. But while we talking about marriages, we might as well jump straight to Mary J Blige. So y'all know all summer long, Mary J Blige was going through her stuff with Kendu, her ex-husband. He wants spousal support and all of those things. So I want to be clear about this because I think I spoke about this in another video. You guys can look it up. The manly thing to do for a man is to walk away. And I'm always going to say, I think the man should take the high road and walk away. A man should never want to attack a woman and take from her and try to bury her. I think the correct thing to do as a man is to always take the high road. Walk away from it with what you have and what you have coming in, but do not try and tear this woman down because she don't want to be with you no more. And this is any woman. This is not even just in celebrity world. This is in with real life, everyday, average day-to-day people world too. Because I know people that's going through something like this. She's not with him, so the guy want to tear her down. I think Kendu is fucked up for his greed. They didn't have any children with each other. He did cheat on her. However, he worked for her. He was her manager. He managed her career. He did whatever it was he did for her. I remember seeing an interview a while ago, years ago, where Mary said that when they met, Mary was still, out here on drugs and doing her things, and he kind of helped bring her in full circle. So, as her husband and as a man, right, he should do that. But when you take that out of it, and this is where we talk about the business aspect, is business and personal, I say, and this is just my opinion, I think Mary should pay him out. You say, here, this is what I'm going to give you $1 million. Take this $1 million and we're done. I never want to talk to you again, see you again. $1 million is a dollar to Mary J Blige. From what I read online, she's worth a little over $20 million. That's her net worth. So, and I'm pretty sure she probably got more than that and got things coming in and all of that. She just came off a tour. She just dropped a new album. Shows and radios and magazines and movies. She just was in a movie. So, it's not that she don't have it. I think Mary is just being stuck in her ways. But Kendu is being a bitch because, okay, Kendu, you got granted, I think his settlement was $30,000 a month in spousal support, temporary. You want to take her back to court for more? Kendu, take your $30,000 and go. $30,000 is well enough for a grown man to live off a month who he don't have no kids, because his kids are grown. He got adult kids. So, Kendu, what is it that you need with $60,000 a month in spousal support from Mary J Blige? Now, this is why I blame Mary, because for me personally, if I come into fame and my husband and me and him don't work out or whatever the case may help you, I'm going to pay him out. You take this and we're done. It's not going to be no spousal support. We're going to come to a settlement agreement. $1 million, $2 million, whatever, $500,000, whatever, and then we're done. I'm not going to do this whole monthly payments and this and that. No, nigga, you need to come sit down and talk to me. I'm going to give you this settlement. Bye. So, I mean, I think Kendu is wrong on that aspect, but I just think he shouldn't walk away with nothing, because at the end of the day, when you take take the personal part out of it, he worked for her. Now, again, this is me going back. A real man would take the high road, but unfortunately, he going out like a bitch. So, I guess, again, leave it down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. I just think that it's all messy. Zell Swagg. I'm so disappointed in Zell. I was a huge fan of Zell Swagg, and I actually followed Zell like a year before. Say hi, Peyton. I followed Zell a few years before he got on Love and Hip Hop, and I actually was a huge fan of Zell's. I knew he was a designer, and I followed him on social media and stuff, and I seen like all the different celebrities he would style and stuff like that, and it just was so cool to see like a young black gay guy like doing his thing, styling celebrities, and just being like the it guy. And then it's like, when I seen he was going to be on Love and Hip Hop, I was so excited. But then seeing the trailers with him fighting and stuff, I'm like, okay. But then actually seeing him carry on, I'm so turned off, so disappointed. And what he did to Mr. Ray at the Love and Hip Hop reunion was wrong. It was a bitch move. You don't sneak nobody. Number one, you know Mr. Ray is not a fighter, and he was not going to fight you, Zell. So what you did was a bitch move, point blank, period. You didn't give him an opportunity to stand up or anything. You pretended like you was about to give him a hug, and you snuck him. That's a bitch move. You're a bitch. Something like that wouldn't have went down in Philly. See, these motherfuckers wouldn't last a minute in Philadelphia. In North Philly, South Philly, West Philly, hell, not even Northeast, would not last a minute in one of our hoods. That shit Zell Swagg pulled never would have happened. I mean, no. For that, he should not come back next season. And I wanted him to come back, but he should not come back next season. Mona need to drop his ass, bring Mr. Ray back. I'm mad at Mr. Ray because you's a bitch. You sat up there and cried. Fight. You should have fought. You're balled up like a bitch. You're too big to be balling up. Fight. And that's all I got to say about that, because it just made me mad. I wanted to jump through the TV and fight Zell. I don't know about y'all, but I wanted to fight Zell. Like, are you dumb? But leave y'all thoughts about that down in the comments. We're going to move right along. Tina Campbell, whack ass, I'm not giving her much time. She had to cancel her tour. Ain't nobody buying them tickets after that Donald Trump stunt she pulled. That's what your ass get. Girl, bye. Trump should sell out your tickets. How about that? Since he believe in your Christian beliefs, I bet he ain't buying no ticket to come praise and worship with your whack ass. And that's all the time I'm giving her, because that was just ridiculous. She's stupid. Beyonce, I don't know if you guys heard, she was supposed to she got offered a role to be in Beauty and the Beast as the feather duster. But she turned the role down. Rumor has it that I guess she wanted a bigger role, and they said the role wasn't big enough for her to take on. So she turned it down, and it's really not much to it. I'm not going to say she turned it down because the role was big. I personally think she turned it down because she about to give us an album. So, I don't know. You guys tell me what y'all think. Have y'all heard about that? Yeah, but that's gossip with Maurice. Like, not too much. Just the hot topics of the week of what took place. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at GossipQueen17. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And if there's anything you guys want me to talk about or any feedback you want to give, leave it down in the comments. I love feedback. Talk to you guys soon. I gotta go home. Peace.